Alright. So, it feels like this was meant to happen. These guys, they've been having arguments on Discord forever. As long as I can remember. Just, I mean, it's mostly this Bolt guy, aka Foxy, who's just always talking trash and bragging how good he is and stuff. Whereas Tekko is literally one of the nicest guys in the community. I met him at some offline events. I think it was one of the Experian events. And maybe it was at Raraland as well. He's a salsa / bachata teacher, actually. I've never met any yoga or bachata teacher that was an asshole, so that says a lot. He's a really nice guy. I really like Tekko. One of the better people in the community, and he always gets picked on by this fucking guy. So anyway, they argue a bunch, and they finally met in a clan war. After all the talk, it's like it was meant to happen. So in the team league, clan war is happening between their teams, and somehow they ended up being seeded randomly against one another. So of course, I want to know what happens. I haven't seen the games yet. I know the results. I can spoil you. Tekko won. And I feel like these are replays that need to be celebrated, because this match for me really represents good versus evil. So I want to see how Tekko played. I find it pretty hard to play against Night Elf nowadays on this current patch, at least more so than it was a while back. We opened Archmage with the altar here towards his expo. On the other side we got a keeper. Straight expo creep. Kinda standard on this map from both. You have to be careful here not to mess up the rally point. I feel like if you would put the rally point on this side, there is always a chance the Archmage could pop inside. Like, the AI is a little bit stupid sometimes. I wanna see how he summons the water. Like, you really wanna make sure you don't get ensnared on that. So you attack here first. And then you want to let those two use the ensnare, and then you make the water, because then the water cannot be ensnared. The problem is that these guys are not attacking now. So it's not the cleanest creep, but it's alright. At least the water was the one doing most of the tanking. On the other side, he scouted the straight expo.
A player's forces are under attack.
And he's gonna run over with Ring of Superiority against Mantle. Mantle definitely better, I think. No! Owned! Absolutely owned. Yeah, that's the dream, guys. Level 2 from this as well. Why does he have wisps there? What the heck? Maybe he was gonna detonate if there was an expo there or something. An expo attempt. So yeah, Night Elf here doesn't have Entangle. It's kind of the dream. You can just run around, harass, kind of stay on him, prevent him from creeping entirely, and you have Brilliance running the entire time. He's making him empty the Moonwell a little bit. You don't want to overextend here. If you stay there and you end up taking a lot of damage, it's not worth it. So you just kind of run around. He's gonna see there is no expo, but it's there. And you see the timing, like the expo is gonna finish now. Elf has to complete this one entirely, then move it. So like his expo is just so far behind compared to the humans. So tech begins. On the other side, I'm sure we're gonna take as soon as we have the lumber. But did he stay on? He has only 3 footies. If you have only 3 footies, it means you went heavy on the peasants. So his lumber should actually be pretty damn good.
Town is under siege.
Yeah, you don't want to overextend here.
A player's forces are under attack.
By the way, after this, after I review this series, I'm gonna review the replay of me playing next to Shocker from yesterday, so I can really explain you guys what I mean. It seems some people, I mean, obviously, Spike Reed's word doesn't need to be taken too seriously, right? He's a kind of a troll, but I think some people might not realize how different it's possible to play with human and undead. Not sure what he's gonna creep. Usually if you send this, it's to the dead, but I kind of... He's gonna do both camps at the same time, okay. That's actually alright. I feel like the shop started a little late, but you're meant to tag before anyway. Very important to get that shop. This is maybe also a little overkill. He has what, 6? I think you can do this with 4. And yes, you will take a bit more damage on the peasants, but anyway, the peasants in the main are not really on the threat. You can even swap them into gold. It might not seem like a big deal, but you lose a lot of lumber. See, he has no lumber to start defend here. Also, like now you have Expo up. I don't think you need to sell the ring. If you already have Expo up like this, like, no point selling the ring, just keep it. Unless you will need room. I don't know if you need a staff, but maybe it's not so bad to actually get. Probably want to get the upgrade instantly. How many do you have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So he's got a really, like, the perfect count, and he's getting the 13s. I think 13 is like the sweet spot where you'll never need, or you'll never have any lumber issues. Not being 3 kind of sucks, though. You'd really like to have weathers level 2 here, and ideally you're aiming at cancelling some lures. Yeah, the keeper actually fully caught up XP-wise. Remember, it was only a bit of difference because the Archmage stole the creep here. He gets the cancel. This is where you should have defend already. You see, if you hadn't done 6 peasants, you would have had the lumber for defend already, and then defend here would be amazing. So now Elf ends up getting 3 before. We got Blacksmith on the way, Arcane Tower in the main. And unfortunately, Archmage is still only 2 here. That's a big issue. Kind of feels like he should get like 1 small creep from this. That would be super worth it. He was really trying to get some cancel on lore. But yeah, going there without defense first is bad. Tekko with a lot of gold. What's second hero? He goes Mountain King. Against Keeper Panda, like, you almost never see Mountain King, I think. Almost everyone goes Panda themselves. If they don't, it will either be a Blood Mage, maybe an Alchemist. Mountain King, there is very few people that actually go for. I like that. 2 peasants per Sanctum, and then I think getting Workshop soon will be good. You see, still is lacking a little bit of lumber. Maybe he could have skipped long rifles, I think. For the time being, you can add that later. Yeah, I was trying to block, but a bit too late on that. Maybe he could have chased, because he has boots, actually. Oh, he cancels the MK and goes Tinker, Alchemist. Yeah, so usually you just play Healing Spray first here. It's nice because instead of playing a full damage composition yourself, you just out-sustain the Panda with Healing Spray. It's that style. Let's see if he gets a Workshop or not. I'm actually curious.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, double lore up. He's remaking the shop. I think he had already made that, right? I think he got cancelled earlier. Yeah, usually this is the part where as human you kind of want to creep. And as elf, it's a bit of a mix. You know, when you have your first few dryads, you can choose whether you want to go fight or not. Now, it's obviously very tempting. Why is he pulling back fully? What the fuck? He's really scared he's going to get creepjacked. Kind of misread the game entirely. Wait, Tome already? Okay. I personally don't retrain at all here, but it seems like he's already thinking about retraining sometime soon. Where's Dispo? Oh, he never queued Dispo, what the fuck? That's a huge mistake, by the way. But, I mean, he has heal plus... The heal from the priest plus healing wave. Or healing spray. He's getting a bunch of dryads first. Is there an echo, by the way, or is it fine? Let me know. Actually, in this case here, I always wonder whether you should pull back your main hero. I think probably so. It's so nice to get 4-3, but now he's kind of like far. Closing in on 3. Wait, is he gonna expo? Or was that just to help? No, it was just to help, I think. They did go Workshop, I like that a lot. I feel like it's so much better to have a bunch of Mortars, even without Frag Shard. And then usually you want to get few Sorceresses, few Priests, Like 2 and 2, 3 and 3, and then breakers. You can do 2-2 and then get breakers and then later add some more of each. Wait, what is actually going in? I'm a bit surprised Tekko's running across the map because he saw the elf moving there. I would have just moved there and tried to take a fight with militia. That's like the dream. Looks like he wanted to counter for some reason. And the tome's still on the alchemist. And he hasn't skilled a second spell. Is he gonna TP? Yeah. Okay, that's... I think he was just really worried about the fighting the Panda 3 right now, so he just played it almost like too safe. Like, you don't want to fight before you have 80 here. We got wind for fairy dragons. He's gonna make sure he gets 3 for the healing spray. Usually when you are retraining this type of game, where there's big camps like this that you might creep, you want to wait until later. It's same in FFA. In FFA, on every map there is red camps. You kind of want to wait, especially if it's golems, because Blizzard does nothing to them, so you kind of want to wait until later. So you keep the Tome of Retraining on you, and then when it's time to fight, you use it, and then you have Blizzard in the fight. So we're at 3-3. He finally gave the Tome double healing scroll. Scroll of the Beasts. Where the fuck is that Dryad going? And we're gonna send the Popo. This is the classic timing. And actually the Elf has almost as much supply. 70 right now. Wait, where did the Acid Bomb land? Only hit one thing. I only hit one bear. That was kind of bad actually. Okay, Blizzard's gonna start landing on everything. Hitting the right Dispel here is important. He didn't breath, right? I think he only used Drunken Haze, so he kind of derps around. And Militia is being super annoying. Look at this. So he interrupts one of the Blizzards. He's Blizzarding his own peasants. What the fuck, Tekko? Re-engage. The sound is kind of loud for me. I will lower it a bit. I like the mana pot actually, because he completely ran out of mana here, because he's spamming 2 different spells. That's something that I probably would skip myself a lot, but now that I see this, I'm like, yeah, this was good. Upgrade-wise, we're really lacking. I would have liked to at least see the +1 for rifles here. And +1 attack, and then maybe +1 armor on breakers. You can definitely afford it. Instead, we just purely masked Elf at 0-0 as well. And we're towering the Expo. Big breath. Actually, he has a mana pod behind. We still have 2 scrolls, actually. The Alchemist did such a good job healing that he actually hasn't used any scroll. Okay, now the Fairy Dragon joins in. This is when it gets a bit trickier. This is a lot about the repositioning and micro overall. Yeah, Sorceress is doing work. He actually, not having training is also a little bit bad, I think. Because they get extra HP from having at least Adepts. I like that a lot. They're so squishy without it. One more bear gonna go down. You don't need that many towers here. Even like 1-2 Arcane is like insane, because then you can kite 2 behind. And you drain all mana from the opponent. And this is why Mortars are great. This army itself has terrible damage against buildings, but 1 or 2 Mortars is a huge game changer here against buildings. So now he takes out the Expo. You don't want to stand there. You just want to kite back. That's what he's doing. He still has 1 heal scroll. If you're really in trouble here and you have a lot of red stuff, you TP there to your shop. But sometimes you can just finish here with a proper fight. Archmage 4 is like a big, important thing. Oh! Wow. Completely fucking outplayed. He kills the Keeper, and that was a panic TP, maybe a bit, because he double-clicked, I think. Oh shit, only 4. He should have definitely TP'd there. Like now it's time wasted where he's gonna have to maybe run. He's actually not gonna go there. I guess, if he has enough priest, maybe he can just heal for free by waiting a little bit. After a fight like this, it's so nice to just kind of wait, because you want to let all those mana pulse on the Sorceress and your heroes replenish before you fight again. And also, you know, like the guy's lost his Expo. He's just kind of screwed economically. So it's best to wait, and by waiting, I mean like just go creep something. And let Brilliance do its thing. Wait, personally, I would have TP'd there, maybe use some clarity, and then gone again immediately. So yeah, we're very bear heavy. That's when the Blizzard becomes so much... Oh my god. He left the Rune Bracers. A bit overly ambitious to set up to do this. And yeah, here he's gonna have to be careful where he TPs. Oh, he's gonna do the camp first, maybe. I guess he has a tower. And finally we're getting upgrades. He's getting +1 armor for breakers. That's the unit he's got the most of. I still would have like +1 for rifles and like the mortars. Is there any fairy dragons? No. Yeah, those casters gonna be... He made actually Jaros in advance. Yeah, screw in this matchup, you rarely go castle up until you almost have 80. Then once you almost have 80, you can go castle to get frag shards mostly, that's the main thing. But then you can also add inner fire, obviously, it's not like it's expensive. It drops Dunmorn. And yeah, he queues every upgrade possible. Keepers back out. He actually... Wait, he remade the tree far away from the expo. Hello? Going to land the surrounds. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it! Let's go! It's a TP forced. He didn't have staff on the Pentagon. Oh, that's a terrible breath, because immediately that gets healed. And now the bears! Oh my god! The Night Elf really fucked up, didn't he? Not a big fan of the friendly fire. But he has so many units. He rebouts only one scroll, right? I love how the Jaros are just standing there doing nothing. Maybe overkill to get 4 Gyros like this, but also, if you're sure there's no fairy dragons, you're pretty damn happy here. Drunken Haze. You don't have the mana for breath. He's gonna TP, tell me TP's to that. Nice. See the value of saving these? Now you just regen scroll and he can go again if he wants. Yeah, the initial workshop actually died because it was built on the outside. That happens a lot. Usually at this time you don't have the room to make it there. But if you do, you should definitely make the workshop on the inside. Damn. Even the wolves hate this Night Elf. Maybe they know of his daily bad manners on Discord and elsewhere and decided to punish him. Can Griffin tank be played in solo, and if so, which map do you think it's viable in solo versus Elf? I don't think versus Elf will be the one matchup where you go for it. Personally. So I don't think so. Like in FFA, I play quite a bit of different compositions. Sometimes I play tank and Griffins, and I feel like against Elf it's kind of bad. You want to get tanks to counter mass air, but if you get Griffins, you will only mix in a very few of them. And even then, I don't think they're that great. I don't know, it's not my style. I feel like tier 2 is the way. But here, when you have 80, you're not gonna break that ever anyway. So you should definitely go castle now. And then, even for only frag shards, it's just worth. Because frag shards is like a game changer. He has only one mortar actually. That's a mistake. I think having one less breaker and one more mortar here would be amazing. Ideally, in your 80 supply, I think you want to have 2 or 3 mortars. It depends how many dryads there are. But even against, like, you see 3 dryads, like 2 mortars would be amazing here. The elf has to have dryad. It's impossible to play without. And that's a good angle for the elf to come in from. He's gonna force TP immediately. That means he's gonna get the camp. Oh, he's almost 5 actually. He's trying to get Panda 5 at any cost now. Ooh, that's a really good item for him. He can get 5 from this. Yeah, very important to have at least 2 scrolls. If you're very rich, you can even do 4 scrolls. Yeah, this is amazing. Okay, he goes castle. And see, you don't break 80. And then now you look at your lumber. He has 1500s. He could probably keep like one peasant on lumber. Maybe this one. Then just send all of these to fight. So that he can lose them and then replace them with units. How the fuck did he forget this? Oh my god. So yeah, now upgrade-wise, we're talking 1-2 breakers, plus 1 mortar and rifles. And he's about to be 2-2, literally as the fight begins. He reaches 2-2. Good to kite here, you don't want to fight under the fairy dragon. And yeah, hippos were made to counter the gyros. You have to pull back here. Look, the fairy dragons are literally melting the casters. But I guess he's melting the bears. Yeah, healing spread's good. Oh shit, he sent them in peasant form. Yeah, Tekko made some mistakes which made this way closer than he should have been here. But I mean, he does play the worst race after all. And this healing spray level 3 is actually crazy. He can out-heal a panda, especially if he's only 4. No more. He already used 3 scrolls this fight. Killing the fairy would be nice. And he has 2 mortars left to actually siege the expo now. This time I don't think he should target. What the fuck? Just started blizzarding himself. If he actually target the tree here, it's an easy kill because he can blizzard the wisp repairing. Watching this actually makes me want to play blizzard even more. I feel like I never really retrain against Elf. Yeah, look at this. He can't repair. He's gonna detto everything, so I guess he has to move the main, but he's already kind of screwed. Alchemist level 6 would be amazing. So this is mined out. Probably you can long distance here. Then he still has income there, or slightly less than 2k. The elf is so out-leveled this game. Jesus Christ. He's not 5 on either of his heroes. And human is literally 5.5 on both. That's crazy. And he has more army. aka he's gonna get 6 on both of them. But especially the level 6 alchemist is insane. Must teleport on a small map like this, not that important. You might even want to skip it sometimes. That's actually a lot of bears. But this is his last army. He has like no income right now. He's not even moving the tree for some reason. Which definitely should be going to the expo. Even if Tekko is in trouble here, he could just TP there and then regen scroll. Oh my god, the healing spray is actually hitting so much. And he's wearing down the elf army. Look at the bears. Absolute punishment by Tekko. Absolute domination. You even forget sometimes that the alchemist hits air. And he just starts slapping away at some hippos. Inner fire is actually pretty sick here too. I always underestimate inner fire. I like the expo, like why not? But I mean it's over regardless. Elf barely killed anything. You see I think he was 5.9, right? He killed like 1 or 2 units, so he got Panda 5, that's it. But he doesn't even have Moonwells to like do anything, or not much anyway. Grabbing 1 scroll would be nice, but he actually doesn't have the gold right now. Maybe he waits. He should definitely send these peasants, because he has a lot of lumber. Like having them there to fight is actually nice. It's not like they're gonna feed XP anyway. Yeah, you always want to pull back the units at the front, yeah, see? Like if you send them here to the middle, this is amazing. Because then you end up healing them. This is actually one of the more enjoyable matchups in the fights, like in the big fights like this, because of that micro potential. Whereas like against Sunday, you just get nuked in 1 second. It just feels like there's nothing to do. Double level 6. Careful with that friendly fire, my man. And of course, we get some garbage comments here before the end of the game from the elf. Imagine playing a race that has 2 times and half the earnings of human this year and outperformed human in the last 3 years, and you have the fucking nerve to complain about balance. Jesus Christ. By the way, Night Elf is the most successful race of all time. Human is only 3rd. God damn. Firm handshake to Tekko, for sure, Trainee, for sure. Let's check out game number 2. Shallow Graves. Altar on the correct side, so he's either gonna do this or the straight expo. He did the straight expo last game, so that tells me he's probably gonna wanna do that again. Oh, look at this. The whole squad was observing. They knew about the grudge match. C'est quoi la pire race en ce moment dans la méta? C'est humain qui a le moins de performance, de manière générale. This should have been pecking order. It was even better. It was a clan war, Prebs. Beastmaster first. Oh my god, the mind games. The manip in solo. It's going keeper. Picking order is above everything, Todd, and you know it. I mean, they could play. They could play in picking order if they wanted to, right? I do think Night Elf players are by far the most toxic people I've ever come across. I don't know, Rev Reborn. I think every race has world-class whining people. I don't know if there is one race in particular that whines most. Maybe through different eras, it's been different people. Nowadays, it might seem like human. Maybe we complain a lot, but I mean, look at our results. We've had fucking shit results for years now. Of course we're gonna fucking complain. But you know, I feel like the human complaining nowadays is more justified than some undeads who have the fucking nerve to complain about their race. When literally the final of every other tournament is happy against 1-2-0. And yet somehow they've decided to put these two on a pedestal and say, okay, they don't even count as undead, you know? These guys, they're like aliens. So sorry, they don't count as undeads. Undead is still weak because I'm losing with them. Fuck off. Now that's the topic I'm gonna get fired up again about. By the way, sick mind game. He said he only plays keeper, but he went demon. No surprise there, he lies as well, this guy. No surprise.
Players' forces are under attack.
I asked them, I'm picking order admin, FpX refused. He could tell, he had a bad feeling about the match, man. He knew that Tekko's the man. Listen, if you're a guy that's flaming every single day on Discord, and just in general one of the worst people in this community, then you play against Tekko, you're just not supposed to win. Tekko is too nice a guy. He's just too nice compared to you. Freaking bachata teacher, man. That dude is awesome. Hey, credit healing is pretty sick to have on a demon. I didn't see what tome they dropped. What the fuck? Damn, he loses that. Oh my god, he's gonna lose it. Shut the front door. Jesus Christ. That's almost 3. You know, the standard is that you get 4 footies, but it seems Tekko doesn't like that. He just gets 3. So he has less firepower here, but he has more peasants. I like the 4-foot man. I used to do 3 also, a while back. He could have gone for the surround here. Look, he's attacking. Oh my god. Yeah, he should have gone for the surround 100%. my god, he's so rich. Because he hadn't started the expo yet. When it's like that, you should send peasants in peasant form, not as militia, because then they arrive there, you can immediately build instead of waiting, you know, however this long, like a third of the duration. He did now, only with one. He got the other priest. Yeah, with the Arcane Tower up now, you're way more confident in being able to defend around your expo. He's actually only sending the units on their own. By the way, guys, I will be traveling from June 20th to July 19th. And today I cut an insane amount of VODs from my Twitch. So I will be posting, I think, 2 games from my recent streams. I've tried to pick some of the best ones on my YouTube. So if you don't follow me on YouTube yet, youtube.com/ToDGaming. And yeah, today I did the VOD cutting. I believe the number is 55 games I cut today. And it's a mix of everything, 4v4, solo, and FFA. So later, like tomorrow, I will export everything to YouTube, and then I will make thumbnails, and then I will schedule 2 video releases a day for the next month or so. So yeah, if you guys can't watch my stream live, at least you'll get some VODs on my YouTube to watch. I know I regularly get messages of how people, you know, enjoy those and encourage me to post more. I still have a little bit of hope I'll be able to stream some in Vegas, but unless I get a miraculous laptop within the next week, that's not gonna happen, so we'll see.
The player's forces are under attack.
He's trying to scout for a tree here. Very common, there will be a tree there. This looks like a 1 base. I like the wall at the expo. Number mill in the main. We're gonna grab some boots in this type of game. Regardless of whether the Night Elf gets hit, but especially if he gets hit on the demon, you need some boots to be able to get away yourself. What the fuck is this? A Naga is like chasing units around. There better be a wall here, I tell you that much. He needs to force the farm. Oh, he can't go through? Damn. Amazing gaming. But these guys can go through. Wait, could the demon not have... Oh, fuck? I couldn't have gone through this. Oh no. Run for your life. What do you think about streaming your journey to Vegas before playing cards? Oh, it wouldn't be possible. What do you mean, Red Reborn? But if I can find a trip that overnights in Vegas, we should hang. Yeah, for sure. If any cool people from the stream wants to come hang out in Vegas, just let me know. Hit me up. Get on my Discord, message me there. I'll find some time to have like lunch or something with you. But the rest of the time I'm going to be pretty busy playing cards, obviously. What kind of poker will you be playing in Vegas? I will play both cash games and tournaments, and I play only No Limit Hold'em, no other variants of poker. I will play mostly cash, a few tournaments. Damn, these peasants... You should make the one, like this one, mine as far away from as possible. So then there is only a short time where he comes here. Like, he's not snipeable when he's mining here. Wait, against this you need to prioritize the defense. Ooh, that's really sick if you can punish. See, that's where I think boots would be amazing, because he would have boots on the Naga, and now those 3 units are dead. It's like easy chase no matter what. But if you do well in poker, will you consider part-time living there? I feel like living in America is very complicated, right? You need like a green card or something, or like a visa. I don't know. I don't know if I would like living in Vegas. Maybe, probably, but I think I'm okay in Vienna. I like Vienna. I like poker a lot, for sure. It's like my main hobby whenever I'm not playing video games. And when I say video games, I mean mostly Warcraft 3.
A player's forces are
Can
under
someone enlighten me a bit, please, as I don't know very much about poker? Does he have to bring his own money and bet in on poker? Or is it some kind of tournament where you have to pay an entry fee and then you play? Yo, thank you so much, G. Willikers. Much love, mates. For the gifted sub to Cage Man! Thank you. So tournaments, you pay an entry fee, and then the top 15% of players in the tournament get paid, with the first place usually being a big prize. Cash game, you just put cash on the table. So for example, when I play cash game in Vegas, I play the lowest
under attack.
possible limit, which is $1, $3. So usually the buy-in for that is $300. And then the small blind is $1, the big blind is $3. That's the main thing that I play when I'm in Vegas. But I will play a couple tournaments. It's the World Series running right now. And yeah, obviously tournaments and cash game play out differently. So it's hard to be very good in both. Even though I only play No Limit Hold'em, even just going from cash to tournaments, it's like, it's different.
Player's forces are under attack.
Have you played live before? I've been to Vegas mainly for poker. Like, I've had like 7 trips or something recently. Recently, in the last few years. Specifically to play. Usually between 2 weeks and 1 month when I go there. This time I will stay 1 month. So yeah, I've played quite a bit of live. And whenever I go there in 1 month, I play like 180 hours or something of poker. So yeah, I take it as seriously as I do video games. I try to play hard and improve and stuff. Have you ever lived in the Netherlands? I have not. I actually haven't been much to the Netherlands. It's one of the countries in Europe where I haven't been too much. There was a clan base in Netherlands a long time ago, but other than that, I don't even remember any of the tournaments. Oh, I TP'd above. Yeah, this one-base style, unless you can make it work very quickly, it's very hard to pull off later on. Like if human gets to, you know, 70, 80 population, ooh, he was on move command here. The reason you prefer No Limit compared to PL, I find No Limit too stressful and too susceptible to luck. Well, first of all, it's the most played variance in the world. So that's why I play that. It's the most common, the most played, easiest to find games in. A lot of people tell me there is not as much as an edge in No Limit as there would, as you could get in PLO, for example, but it's fine. I've already spent a bunch of time trying to improve at No Limit, so I don't want to pick up another game right now and give up No Limit. I was planning to move to Netherlands from USA. Oh, okay. I don't know how it feels for Americans or people from North America to move to Europe. Because I'm European, so Europe is like very normal for me in terms of what it's like to live there. It seems like Amsterdam is one of the more popular destinations, though. Or Netherlands in general. Netherlands seems pretty chill. Oh, actually, I went to Netherlands years ago to host something. It was in Rotterdam this time. I remember there was a LAN going on there as well for StarCraft. I visited Netherlands for 20 days. I've been to Sweden, Germany, Italy, France, Spain. I was planning on moving to Dordrecht. Okay. What was the question? No, I was saying I don't really know what it feels like for North Americans to move to Europe, but because I don't know many that have. But for Europeans that move, you know, anywhere, I kind of know because I've talked to a lot of them. And as a European, I've lived, you know, a bit everywhere. In China, Korea, Germany, now Austria. I was trying to get advice is all... Yeah, I can't say much about Netherlands, but it seems like a chill place. I have a friend who lives in Vegas. Let me know if you need a contact. He's a rock star. What does rock star mean? But what? I heard an Archmage die, but he was the creep there. Yeah, it's him. It was for the book. Yeah, that book's actually pretty nice, since it got buffed here. And this time he's gonna get 4-3. Unlike like the previous game. And I like the Naga second against this style. Enough sorceresses to slow everything. That was really well done by Tekko here. We're not even level 3 on the other side on the Naga. Yeah, this Night Elf got absolutely fucking schooled this series. It's not even close. I think Tekko needs to improve his upgrades though. Like, he's not upgrading enough to my taste. Oh shit! The punishment. Yeah, you're not gonna get 3 at all. It's so great when you start pushing as well. Now you start chipping away at Moonwells immediately. Well, I'm happy to see Tekko win against this guy. Like I said in the Discord chat, I hope this will teach him some humility. Because this guy is literally straight up every single day hating on everyone and everything in Discord. So maybe he can reflect on this. As he got absolutely smacked around. A mountain giant! That's gonna change a lot now. I've lived in Canada for 8 years from USA originally. I think I want out of USA permanently now. You want healthcare, don't you? Is that it? You want some healthcare? Yeah, that's it. Is he gonna say something? Is he gonna say something? We're about to find out. It feels like not. Waiting for Demon Hunter 3 times nerf patches. Smart. Now Night Elf, totally useless race. Oh my fucking god. This guy. This guy! Make it stop, please. I don't want to see this.